Did you accidentally leave your expensive brush out? Now it's dried up and crusty like mine here. If you are like me, this happens way too often. I have the best brush hack that will rescue your favorite brushes and save you so much heartache from having to throw them away over and over again. And this right here, my friends, is the secret weapon. Yes, it is. It's a lice comb. So let's get started. First, you're going to need hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling, but as hot as you can get out of your faucet works great. Here are the supplies you're going to need: an automatic dishwasher pod, a mason jar, your lice comb, and some conditioning brush soap. And of course, your crusty brush. We're going to put the pod in here. Any of the pods work. I just have the Trader Joe's ones. And then I'm going to put the hot water. I'm going to fill it up. You'll see it's bubbling. Try to get as hot a water as you possibly can. And then we're just going to wait for that to fully dissolve. You're going to stick your brush in. See? Okay. Then we'll come back. Make sure that it does not... Sometimes you have the crust that goes all the way to the top. Try to make it so that it does not hit the metal part. I'm going to pour just a little bit out so I can get that sitting just below the metal. Okay, just like that. Okay, we'll come back in a couple days. So now we're on day 1 of it soaking, and I just want to show you, this is just day 1. I'm still going to leave it in here for a little bit longer, but look, now look at that. The bristles are starting to break apart where it was so stiff before. Isn't that cool? So we're going to leave it in for a couple more days, and I'll show you day 2 and 3. Day 2. Well, let's do the little test. I'm still going to do 1 more day. I usually like 3 days. You could clean it now and then put it back in for another. I'm going to go 1 more day and then we'll come back. Okay, so now it's been soaking for a good amount of time. So now we're going to show you, see, and this is where yep, it's a lice comb, but it works so good to get these little bits of paint out. I'm going to show you how. So these are my top 3 favorite soaps that I always have on hand. This Scrubby soap is a great starter soap. I started with this one when I first started refinishing furniture, and I love the sponge that goes all the way through the bar. It's really an inexpensive option, and you can find it easily on my Amazon link in the description. The next one is the BB Frosch soap. I upgraded to this one after a while when I started getting a collection of brushes that needed some conditioning as well as cleaning. It doesn't have the scrubby sponge in it, but it does have the same idea where you can just take your brush, move it around, get the soap on it, rinse it off, and then you're done. It doesn't seem to have any fragrance in it, but it works really well. And the last one is Bad Ace soap by Wise Owl. They came out with this maybe a year ago, I want to say, and I really like it. It smells amazing. The bourbon vanilla is my fave. It's more like a all-in-one type soap. It conditions, it cleans, and leaves your brushes looking like new. Okay, it's time to give these 3 soaps a test run. First step is just to get as much off just with my hand as possible. Still pretty crusty. This is where the lice comb actually comes in really handy, because you can take it and get all the paint out. comb all that dried paint out of your brush with the lice comb. And then just make sure you clean this from time to time. I do have it on very, very hot water so that I can get that paint off. So look how it's already getting a lot better just from the soak. Turn this down a little hot. So with the Scrubby, I just leave it actually in the container, and then I just get it wet, and then you can just rub this scrub. So I like that. That's going to be on in my Amazon links. Look at that already. How much better that is. Getting all that gunk out. Okay. Still a little too hot. Okay. I'm waiting. I'm still working on getting this like clear water coming through. So this one is very similar. You can just get it into the bristles. It doesn't have the scrub part of it, but you can use your lice brush to get it all the way out. This seems to make the bristles a little bit, this makes the bristles a little bit softer, so it does condition a little bit better than just the Scrubby soap, which just gets the grease, but it's a good starter soap. Okay, this usually comes with a pump on it, but I guess I was lazy and haven't put it on yet. So what I like about this soap is you need very, very little. I just need a dab on that side, and then I'm going to put a little dab on this side. That's actually too much. And then we're just going to rub it in to the bristles just to get them even softer. It turns out like a brand new brush with this soap and conditioning. And then it also smells amazing. So I'm going to rinse that out. One last step. I like to fill up the jar just like I did before. And I'm just going to put a touch. It's very hot water. I'm just going to put a touch of the soap, enough where it reaches all of the brushes, right to the bristles, right to the top of the bristles. And I'm going to let that soak and pull out all the rest of the paint that might be in there. So this is the last step. See how I had that clear water and we put the clean brush in the clear water, and now look how cloudy that is. That's just the beauty of the clean on brush. It pulls all of that stuff that you can't get to when you're cleaning a brush out of the brush just by sitting in water. It's so amazing. So now we have a very clean brush. Look at, soft because we used the conditioning soap. So you don't have to ruin or throw away any of your good brushes ever again. Hey, if you want to try any of the soaps mentioned, visit my website at ignitefurnishings.co.com or visit the Amazon link in the description. Hey friends, roll up those sleeves. We got a lot more tips and tricks planned. Don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.